April is upon us, and while we wait for April snow to turn to April showers, here at City Hall, April means budget time. And I wanted to take this opportunity to share some highlights from my proposed budget to the Common Council. This year, for the 2016-17 budget, I am proposing a $706 million budget. 59% of that budget represents school district spending, and the remaining 41% is city spending. Government is always challenging, but no more so than today. And I have pledged to get through these challenging times by making sound, responsible fiscal decisions, with the eye being on providing services to the people of our community. This year, our rate of growth for the proposed budget is 1.7%, and that very small rate of growth is due to the hard work and dedication, and importantly, innovation of the city staff and department heads. Our fiscal responsibility has been recognized by Wall Street, which has steadily increased our bond ratings during my tenure. Our highest bond ratings yet, Moody's has given us an A1 with a stable outlook. Standard & Poor's and Fitch have both given us A with a stable outlook. Additionally, under the Comptroller's fiscal stress monitoring system, he's put the City of Syracuse on a positive trajectory, having improved 25% in the last year. The highlights of my proposed budget this year are a new police class and a new fire class, continued investment in Say Yes to Education, and continued investment in the land bank, which is both improving our housing stock and resulted in an additional $5.6 million collected in back taxes. We are proposing to do all of this with no property tax increase or no increase in water and sewer rates. Every budget is the combination of revenues and liabilities, so I'd like to talk to you about our revenues. This year, we've had modest growth in our assessed value, which has resulted in an additional $695,000 for the school district and just under an additional $400,000 for the City of Syracuse. But with 50% of our property off the tax rolls, it's important to recognize that there are huge numbers of properties which are getting and receiving important and expensive city services without paying property taxes. That's why this year I was pleased to announce the negotiation of an agreement with Syracuse University, where Syracuse University will provide an additional $7 million over 5 years to the City of Syracuse to recognize the partnership that we both have together and to recognize that the City of Syracuse needs revenue to help pay for these expensive services. I pledge to continue this effort with our other non-for-profits in the City of Syracuse. Another large area of revenue is state aid. And state aid has been flat for my entire tenure as mayor. And importantly, there has been no relief from state-imposed mandates on the City of Syracuse. The final major area of revenue is sales tax. And every year we use the county projections number. But this is a volatile area of revenue. As evidenced by the current year, we are almost $2 million short of where the projection had us. The liabilities of our budget are no surprise to anybody. The largest, of course, is salaries, and the second is health care. This year, our health care costs increased a full $4 million, and we will be spending approximately $48 million in health care. The third area of liabilities is pensions, and as many of you have heard me talk about the escalating pension costs, I am pleased to report to you that we are slowly seeing our pension bill shrink. This year, we project $25.3 million in a pension bill from the state of New York. This recognizes a $1.1 million decrease from last year, largely because we chose not to participate in New York State's Pension Stabilization Program, or also known as the Pension Borrowing Program. We did this because we wanted to make sound fiscal decisions so that we could avoid situations like Detroit and Puerto Rico. Nevertheless, we have more liabilities than we do have revenues. And this budget year, we are projecting to use $12 million of reserves. And while every year I've been mayor, we have done a great job at fiscally managing our situation, we need to have these reserves to protect from the unforeseen costs that come to a City of Syracuse. These are just a few of the highlights of our budget, and I would urge all of you to go online, to attend meetings, to share with both the Common Council and with me in my office where you think we're doing well, and always where you think we can do better. I wish you all the best and hope that when we see each other that those April showers will have turned into Mayflowers so that we can have a full spring and a beautiful summer like we always have in Syracuse. Thank you for listening.